First of all, I'd like you to appreciate how late I'm staying up to record this shit. I have an appointment. I guess I'm some business cunt now with this life insurance shit. I have an appointment at 9 a.m. It's currently 2:21 in the morning. It's a 30-minute drive, and I have to get up at 8. Okay? I am making this video because I don't know when the fuck else I'm going to make it. Dude. Holy hell. So let's just paint the picture. It's Tuesday, I think 13th, right, of August, and I have a pretty decent day. It's actually a good day. I don't remember what I did in terms of life insurance. I don't know how many people I talked to or whatever. I think I sold a policy to one of my buddies. Either way, it's Salsa night at the local place, one of my favorite places to go. So I don't know if anybody remembers one of the videos I've made. I've made a couple of videos about like my plan to provide artificial pressure to myself such that I could succeed, because I was feeling a little complacent. And I was like, okay, well, if I choke myself into submission by cutting off my other forms of income and kind of push myself over the edge with weed and shit, then I'll stop smoking and I'll start making money. And the plan worked, but this is the climax, right? So it's Tuesday, right? I take this THCP edible. Now, I think I'm starting to come to the conclusion that I'm pretty fucking smart, and because of this, I overthink a lot of things, and this can cause me some generalized anxiety on occasion. And this generalized anxiety manifests if I get really, really high. And I've noticed, like, there's other people that can handle these intense highs better than me, and I think it is because of this reason. I think that's why that is. Either way, so it's Tuesday, right? I usually spaz at like 20 milligrams. It's usually not good. The last time I took 20, I probably talked about this. I was, walking around in circles in my apartment for the better part of 2 hours, staring in the mirror, and had convinced myself I had Down syndrome, and I'm so serious. I convinced myself I was fucking mentally handicapped. This time I had taken, I think, 16 to 18 or something like that. I think I had taken 1.5 of 10 milligrams, so it was about 15 something, right, of THCP, which is significantly stronger than regular THC, or Delta 9, I guess. So it's like Delta 9, a lot of people are confused on this. Delta 9 has 0.3% THC per milligram or whatever the fuck, right? But it's still strong as hell. So it's not like as psychoactive, and it's not as strong on like your emotional and mental state as regular THC, like regular marijuana, but it's still pretty fucking strong. And I had THCP, so it's like you can kind of think of it as like, okay, hey, maybe it's a little softer, but it's really not. The P to me stands for psilocybin. It doesn't. I know it actually doesn't, but it makes me think so profoundly and like so deeply that it might as well be a mushroom dose, because I've taken mushrooms and it fucking is crazy. I thought about something that maybe I'll talk about in the end of the video about free will and the answer to the question of like, what the fuck is free will, blah, blah, blah. But so, dude, I take this edible, right? I go to Salsa. I'm fucking it up on the dance floor. No cap. Niggas started filming me, bro. This dude was literally pulling out his phone, started filming me, showed me the video. I have it on my phone. To me, I thought I was dancing average. I guess I was dancing better than somebody that can't dance salsa at all. But it was a good night, and hello girls were coming up to ask me to dance because they saw me shining, And the edible kicked in, and it kicked in, and it kicked in, And again, and eventually it started getting to the point where I had to walk out and take a walk. I would go to the car, smoke a cigarette. Smoked an L-theanine cigarette, a T-cigarette, so I could relax. The thing about the T-cigarettes is, dude, it's like instant relaxation. Like any anxiety is just gone. It's really fucking quick because the inhalation is a lot quicker than the processing through the liver, which is typical with the pill form. So I smoke a cigarette, right? I get back on the dance floor. One of the girls I'm asking with is like, hey, did you just smoke? I'm like, yeah. She's like, oh, I do that sometimes. But she thought I'd smoked weed, but I just smoked cigarette. What the fuck ever. I get higher and higher and higher, and I'm crushing it. And my thought, and the thing about free expressive salsa, like mambo dancing, is it's like the more relaxed and the more open and the more comfortable you are, the better you're dancing. So my dancing was just so good. I was doing hella good moves. But then I had to fucking leave. I literally had to fucking leave, and I couldn't drive. And I was stoned, but it hadn't even kicked in. That's the problem. Dude, I fucking go next door to this hotel that's next to the fucking place we were dancing at, right? I pull up at the hotel, stoned out of my fucking mind. Well, first I go to the gas station. And now I'm hearing shit already. I'm like hearing stuff. And I'm hearing people talking about me. I'm in the gas station high as shit. High as shit, dude. I'm looking at people in slow motion. Looking for the water. I'm walking back and forth. I want a Gatorade. Find a fucking Gatorade Zero. Don't have any food. And I'm like, dude, I can't drive. If I drive, I'll actually kill somebody. So I was at least comfortable enough to know that I couldn't drive. And I'll tell you, if I didn't smoke that cigarette, I would have fucking had a heart attack. A fucking panic attack. Some shit. I was fucking stoned. Fucking shuffle over to the counter. I think this dude's in line. Turns out he's not. I don't know what the fuck it was, but maybe I looked as high as I was because I felt like people were just staring at me, dude, and talking about me and shit. Dude gets out of the way. I go up to the counter. I have the PayPal on my phone. It's like an Apple Pay thing. So I'm clicking the thing. It's not fucking working. I'm sitting there. I'm fucked, dude. What the fuck? It's not working, dude. I want the fucking Gatorade so I can go to the hotel and go to sleep high as shit already. My plan is to go to sleep before it like fully kicks in and I like start bugging. Because I'm like, dude, if I'm still getting higher, then that's bad. I need to sleep immediately. And the fucking thing's not working. And the dude at the next counter is a little older. Apparently he's in charge. And he tells the guy, hey, he's like, blah, 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 blah. Don't know what the fuck he says. Thing rings up, I leave, right? And so it's like gas station, hotel, place I was dancing. So I go from the gas station to the hotel now. And I walk up to the dude. I'm like, dude, I need a fucking room. Well, this is how I probably said it. I was like, hey, can I get a room? I could like barely walk. I was like shuffling. It felt like I had gotten roofied or something. I was so fried. I was pan-seared, bro. Go up to the counter, some Indian dude. I'm like, how do you like working here? He's like, it's all right. I was like, yeah, I'll take a room for one, bro. $79, cool. Boop. $235. I'm like, $235, room $235. I go to $235. I get in a room. It's a hotel room. And I didn't have, bro. So let's set the scene. Let's set the picture. It's about 12 a.m. now, right? I didn't have Instagram or YouTube on my phone. This is important. My stomach starts churning. I'm trying to throw up. 1 a.m., 2 a.m., 3 a.m. I have nothing to fucking do, bro. Nigga, I'm walking, wallahi. I'm walking around the apartment just talking to myself. Doing nothing. Fucking with the AC, looking in the mirror, trying to shit, pissing, staring in the mirror, chatting to myself. The reason I couldn't get Instagram or YouTube on my phone is because YouTube and Instagram are linked. I'm pretty sure, some shit like that. And I was running ads on Instagram for like some shit. I don't remember what the fuck it was. It's either something for fitness or like my life insurance Instagram page, right? Either way, I was running ads, but I was broke at the time on my debit card. And because I couldn't process the money for the ads, they won't let you download the app again. I forgot why I deleted it, but I just deleted it. And so, dude, I delete the shit, right? Now I don't have anything to do. I don't have Instagram or YouTube. What the fuck am I supposed to do in this hotel room? I cannot leave. I'm stuck here. Okay, I'll go to sleep. I get on the bed. I try and sleep. I start sinking. Wake up. I go to bed. I try and start sleeping. Wake up again. Every time I try and sleep, it feels like I'm sinking into the fucking bed, bro. I'm like, because it feels like I'm dying. I convinced myself that I was in a coma, bro. I convinced myself I was in a fucking coma, and that I was hearing people around me, outside of my conscious, talking and having conversations. And whenever I would like get up and do shit, like be awake, they would start cheering. I Dude, I was tweaking. 5 a.m., 6 a.m. You know what I mean? Walking around, can't sleep. Fuck. I've been sober ever since, dead sober. But my plan fucking worked. I pushed myself to the edge. I made a video called How to Kill Your Friend. In this video, I specifically described that if you want your friend to stop his vice, you have to push him to a point of no return and make him want to stop because he's indulged too much. That's exactly what I did. Guys, I'm a fucking genius. I'm telling you the truth, okay? So fucking, I'm in the room. I don't know what fucking time it is. And so like in my head, I'm like, okay, if I close the blinds and I turn the light off, I'll die. I'm like, I'm dying right now in real life in this coma that I'm in. And if all the lights go off, that means I've officially passed away. So I cannot turn the lights off. But also, I can't sleep unless all the lights are off. So what do I do? So I'm like, well, let's try it. If I die, I die. It's my time. I close the blinds. I turn the lights off. This is so fucking stupid. I get on the bed. I close my eyes. I wake up again. I just can't sleep. 7 a.m., 8 a.m. Bro, I'm just up. Tossing, turning, get up, walk around, turn the air up, turn it down, stare in the mirror, talk to myself, try and puke the shit out, try and put my fingers in the back of my throat. It's not coming out. I'm trying to shit. My stomach's killing me. I call, bro, 4 a.m. On God, it's on my phone. 4 a.m. It's like 4:03 in the morning. I call the drug hotline, 988. I call them, 988. I call them, right? I talked to this girl for 40 minutes. Do you know how long 40 minutes is to have a fucking, like, conversation about nothing? I was just fucking talking about nothing on the phone. And I had blamed this other girl. I had convinced myself that, like, some girl at Salsa had drugged me. And because I texted my friend, I was like, dude, what does ketamine feel like? They told me, you know, typically it's hard to walk. I was having a hard time walking around. I was like shuffling. Things were zooming out. God damn, I was fried, bro. I'm telling this girl everything about my life. I'm just complaining. And honestly, I cannot lie to you. It was kind of fucking nice. It was kind of nice. Like being able to complain to the drug hotline, dude, that was fucking awesome. Because I don't want to complain to my mom like a bitch. And I also don't want to complain to women in real life. But if I can complain to a girl who gets paid to listen to me talk on the phone at 4 a.m, fuck it. I asked her, I was like, dude, what is even this? Like, where are you from? She was like, yeah, I live in North Carolina. She's like, yeah, I live in Greensboro. I was like, okay. Where'd she live? Greenville. So she lived, so get this. This girl lived in Greenville. Tuesday night, she's up at 4 a.m. volunteering on the drug hotline. Listening to my dumb ass for 40 minutes straight. Not 38, not 26, not 19, not even 10 minutes. 40. Do you know how long that is? That's fucking 3 episodes of SpongeBob, dude. 40 minutes straight. So the beginning, I like, she actually calmed me down. Like the beginning part. And we were having a back and forth conversation. And then like 20 or 30 minutes in, I think it was like 30 or 40 minutes, or 30 or 35 minutes in, I was just talking. And then I said something about like somebody in my family who has a government position or had a government position, and then she hung up the phone. So I still don't know if she'd hung up the phone because I mentioned somebody in my family with a position in government, or if she was just done listening to me talk. And dude, I just heard the phone line, brrr, and I was like, stared at the phone high as shit. I was like, bitch. Now who am I going to talk to? I almost called again to talk to somebody else, but I didn't blame her. I was like, dude, I was just talking. I talked about the loans I have and shit. And somehow the herpes didn't come up, but I talked about like the loans. I talked about why I got high and shit. I was like, dude, I explained it to her, and it was honestly a good conversation. It was nice to talk things out. It turns out that I was getting high to cope with the fact that like I have to deal with the loans. The loans, student loans, it's just me, blah, 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 my family, whatever. Been over this shit a couple times. But I think I'd come to the conclusion that like I was just getting stoned because I was working so hard. I needed a way out. I needed a way to have control over something. So it's like if I can control the way I feel, well, at least I have that, you know. But honestly, being able to talk it out was nice. Hey, if you ever have issues, call a hotline, dude, and just bitch and moan. Who gives a fuck? Fuck it. Nobody's gonna know anyways, dude. Men's mental health is not taken seriously, and it never will be. Call the hotlines and bitch and moan and whine. They're free. The hotlines are free. You can call them whenever the fuck you want. It's great. That's all I have to say about that. But that was my Tuesday, dude. By the way, I ended up finally... So there's a Zoom... not a Zoom. It's like a phone call meeting at 9 in the morning, right? Phone call ends at 10. I finally go to sleep. Checkout's at 11. Nigga knocks on my door at like 11:04 or some shit. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? He's like, yeah, you gotta go. I'm like, can I get late checkout? He's like, yeah, late checkout's 12. I'm like, fucking shoot me in the face. So I slept for a solid hour. And I'm like, well, I can't stay here. I have to drive. Dude, I was still fucking fried. It hadn't come down at all. I was stoned. Slow motion stoned. You know what I'm saying? Low FPS stoned. Get in my fucking car. Drive home very slowly and carefully. I actually had no choice. I could have sat in my car maybe, but I was too tired. I was like, dude, I want to sleep. So I drive to my fucking house, sleep all day. All day. I was high that day, pretty much till the end of the day. I was tired as shit. Next day I was high and tired. Well, I wasn't as high, but I was just fatigued. And the next day I still felt like off. I wasn't high anymore the third day, but I still felt off. Went on like a walk or a run or something and sweated out, and it was finally gone. And the plan worked, where I was like, okay, let me get too high on purpose so I'll stop stoning and lock the fuck in. It's genius, guys. You have to try this. If you have a vice, do it too much till you disgust yourself, and then you'll just stop. Like if you have a vice, the vice has control of your subconscious mind. So you have to actually battle something you can't even control, which means you have to submit to that thing, hate the submission, and then change as a result. And the change will kind of come naturally. Like, I didn't want to get high anymore. I was afraid of it. And I didn't like what it did to and for me, which is exactly what I planned for, dude. I mean, I can't make this shit up, guys. You really just can't. You know what I'm saying? If you're looking at if you want to see the video again, it's 2 videos. Couple videos here. It's called, what the fuck is it called? How to Kill Your Friend, this one. Well, this is the main one, I guess, so just this one. In this video, I talk about it. In this video, I wish you a happy Thanksgiving and talk about a theory I have that could potentially help your friend break their addiction cycle. They haven't been pushed far enough. Your job as someone who cares about them is to do what you can to help them. If you believe they do the same for you, okay, blah, 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 blah. Push your friend past the edge and force them to restructure their life. Guys, I literally did this to myself, and it worked. You can't make this shit up. If you have a vice, indulge in it, overindulge in the vice, and you will break the cycle that your subconscious has control over your mind of. Like, you will break that shit. Now, I don't know how permanent this is, but I know that I could definitely do 44 days, which is the plan. I have this Instagram page called SoberGuy44. I've been trolling a lot on Instagram there. I've gotten like a tight-knit, consistent following, which is kind of the plan with whatever I put out online. And so now the plan is to go 44 days completely sober. I'm on day 8. It's really easy. I've gotten complete control over the porn now. Dude, I was having a dance tonight and it was fucking sexy as fuck. And I can't lie, I got a little popped a little boom, popped a little beep, popped a chub, half chub. Had to push a bitch off and whatever. But what I'm saying is my libido's returned. That's what I'm saying. Everything, it's working. My plan has worked, okay? But that was Tuesday, dude. That was crazy. I was so fucked up. And then, like, in the middle of the night, I think so it was like Called the people at 4, had the conversation, bored as fuck in the room, 6 a.m. I want to go back to the gas station. It's 24 hours, so I go and get something else. I don't know what the fuck I got. And then I got back to the room. Just fucking fried, dude. God, I was high as shit. But yeah, that was Tuesday night.